What's up, my people? Don Bernard Jr. here. I wanted to do this video today for people who are committed to doing the mantras, committed to using these sounds to alter their reality for the better, but they're suffering. They're not seeing results as fast as they would like to, and even giving up hope, starting to feel like maybe I should quit. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with sound waves. Mantras are sound waves that we use to alter our reality, whether it's business, whether it's money, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, whether it's spiritual. So I want to give the example of my success with Kleem and why I feel I was successful, I have been successful in using the mantra Kleem. I've always been someone who's good at attracting people. People come to me. I remember when I lived in Europe and someone told me that people like you, right? So with that, I've always attracted all types of people, relationships. They come to me easily. So when I use this mantra Kleem, I was very excited when I heard about it from Dr. Triya Shiva Baba, my teacher. I was very excited because I saw it as only amplifying that which I had. And that in itself is the main point I want to get across, in this video, because so many times we're not looking at a mantra to amplify what we seek to extend further into our reality. We're looking for something to actually change it. We're looking for something to actually take away our sorrow and replace with joy. And this mentality hurts us, because the whole time we're cleaning or streaming or chanting, it's like, please, please, oh God, oh divine, help me and take away all of this crap that's in my life. And I feel like there's so much focus on the crap. It's okay if you go through this motion to purge out these feelings, but to continually feel and reiterate the crap that's in your life doesn't serve you. So for the person who, let's say, is looking to create a relationship, and they're cleaning, right? And during that time, even they do it in alignment with the divine. They say, okay, this is what I have. I have beautiful, let's say, business relationships. People want to network with me. My business is doing well. All is well. And then they fall back into the rest of the day, this feeling of things are moving slow. Why doesn't anybody want to buy my products or my services? If that is a mentality that carries on throughout the rest of the week, then all of that time, maybe it was only 20 minutes of cleaning, it's going to work against you. The mind works with the inner power. The inner power is what? The higher power. Your connection with Source. So you have one aspect of you that's thinking all these negative thoughts, and then you have this inner power working with you that co-creates with the ego, and then together you get this culmination of a reality. So you can't expect one side to per se dominate the other unless one side is then suppressed. So if you suppress the ego, that's when we do what? Surrender. We surrender to the divine. We say, I give it up to you. But that surrender means you have full faith that it's going to happen, which then means that the ego starts to believe it. The ego then believes, okay, I can have these things, because you surrender to your higher self. Or you can do the opposite, which many people do. Say, I don't know about all this inner power stuff. All I see is what's around me. And then that power will then move into the ego and all of what you create is just that, more sorrow. So both sides are always working. Okay, you have these both sides, and most people cannot allow their ego to just be suppressed and surrender to the higher source. And because of that, we then need to keep it busy. We need to keep the ego busy and entertained with something positive. The problem is it's usually entertained by negativity. And that's why we have affirmations, I am well, I am positive, I am prosperous, things like that. And so that's what's going on for so many people. You're chanting, but then you have so much time where you're then waiting and waiting. When is it going to happen? I don't see it yet. The distractions, right? The distraction from your creation. But you also then have to distract the other side, which is the ego mind that says, I want it right now and I don't see it. So that's a big part of what's holding us back from our realization. It's not like every mantra works just as good for me, right? The clean works so good for me. The Ah meditation also works really good for me. But it also depends on what I'm seeking to create. I have many setbacks as well with certain mantras because it's not as easy for me to believe I could have those manifestations. It's very easy for me to believe that I could create certain relationships. So when I then utilize a mantra like clean, it only amplifies, once again, magnetizes. It's almost like a microphone. The microphone amplifies my voice, makes it louder, but I don't need it to speak. Many of us are then looking for the mantra to be not only the microphone, but the voice itself. You have to be that voice. You are already the light. You don't need any mantra. The mantra only magnifies, only expands that much more that which you are. But if you don't have within yourself that understanding that you already have it all, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. You know, you're going to always be working against yourself because you're looking for the sound wave to do all this creation for you, but all your ego is telling you is that either you're not worthy of having that or whatever your deep down issue is. So I believe that we have to also be very aware of our thought process and our emotions that are destroying the creative inner force power that we're utilizing through the sound wave. Because that's what happens. As soon as you build up with all these different sounds, you then destroy it right back down as soon as you get into the unconscious, subconscious thought patterns about yourself. And what's it really then come down to? Yourself. So I hope this helps, you know, some people understand. It's a bit of a painful message, I think, too, because you have to really get into investigating how you really feel about what you do, you know, or what you seek to create. Because what you seek to create isn't really something you don't already have. It's only, once again, an extension of it. You're just blowing it up into a bigger bubble. And so the frustration, right? Like, I think we can almost see how well we're doing in our manifestation by measuring how frustrated we are. So if you're able to start to look into your health karma, which is really just your health thought process or feeling about a particular aspect of your life, start to see, you know, what level of frustration am I at? That'll tell you how well the mantra is going to work. Because if you are feeling so frustrated, it's going to take so much energy then for you to override that with a sound wave. Doesn't mean the sound wave won't work, but then you have to really dedicate yourself to that sound wave and to keeping your mind in check so that the mind doesn't start to sway into these negative thoughts, these negative feelings. And it's work, you know, it is hard work, but it does pay off. So You know, it's not that we're being neglected. It's not that the divine doesn't want us to have everything, because we already have everything. We just have to realize that. And that's the curveball. So I wish you all well in your journey. Wish me well too. I need it as well. But yes, may we all be prosperous in the sound, but not only in using the sound, but more deeply in recognizing that we are already that. We are the sound. We're beyond the sound. We are God, Goddess. And that's the message of the day. Peace.